What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video. And today we're talking about the Xiaomi Mix Fold 4. Yes, we are only weeks, a matter of days even, away from the official launch. And I've got what is damn sure close to the official specs, release date and price just for you. Let's go. Now, before we talk about the specs and rumours and leaks and all that stuff, I just want to tell you, the Average Dad Tech Store will be one of the first to stock the Xiaomi Mix Fold 4. And to celebrate, as soon as the pre-order units become available on the site, I will be giving all of you a 4% discount code to celebrate the Mix Fold 4. That discount code can be used against any payment method, not just bank transfer, so you can get 4% off PayPal or any credit card payments and of course bank transfer if you pre-order when available, and we'll talk about the date that will be available soon. Now, as far as specs, if you have a Mix Fold 3, I'm going to tell you now, you probably don't want to upgrade. Unfortunately, the Mix Fold 4 isn't going to blow any minds as far as upgrades from the already fantastic Mix Fold 3. It's going to have the same quad camera setup, almost exact same quad camera setup actually, with the 50 megapixel main, 12 megapixel ultra wide, 50 megapixel 2x optical telephoto, and a lackluster nowadays 10 megapixel 5x optical. When phones like Honor and Vivo come out with 180 megapixel or 200 megapixel 1/1.5 inch sensors on their periscope zoom lens, Xiaomi really need to step up their game. Actually carry that on to the flagship 14 Ultra as well, to be honest. So the cameras are going to be absolutely great and respectable, but in a world where the X Fold 3 Pro now exists and others to come, I'm not sure if that 10 megapixels is going to hold up, but that's what you're getting. As far as other specs, design-wise, it might look very similar to the Mix Fold 3, but it's going to feel very different. Xiaomi are making the Mix Fold 4 the world's thinnest, yes, Google, Vivo, calm down, you never ever had the thinnest, Honor had that, but Xiaomi are beating it by 0.1 millimeter actually. Unfolded, the Mix Fold 4 will be 4.6 millimeters, and folded it will be 9.8 millimeters. Yes, only 0.1 of a millimeter, but every 0.1 of a millimeter counts, doesn't it, boys? Now, along with the world's thinnest, you're getting one of the world's lightest. Yes, Xiaomi couldn't quite keep down the weight under the incredibly light 219 gram Vivo X Fold 3 Standard Edition, but there's good reason for that. Wireless charging. The Xiaomi Mix Fold 4, unlike the X Fold 3, will have 50 watts wireless charging and a 5,400 milliamp hour battery that is good for 100 watts wired charging. And of course, it's a Chinese phone, the charger's in the box. So for Xiaomi to have a 226 gram phone at 9.8 millimeters, still keeping wireless charging on board, hats off to you. Other specs and rumours, these are official. It's a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip with Android 14 and Hyper OS. The one issue we're going to come to, and I may as well talk about the elephant in the room now because you're going to ask 100 times, will it be coming globally? No. We now know for certain that the Xiaomi Mix Fold 4 will not get a global release. Clip this, it will not be global. And because of HyperOS being a different architecture to MIUI, flashing a global ROM has become much more difficult. Not impossible, but much more difficult. People that have got a 14 Ultra, for example, can attest to that. So flashing the global ROM on the Mix Fold 4 is also going to be difficult. However, for any viewer of the channel, it doesn't actually make that big a difference unless your absolute deal breakers are Android Auto or connecting to the latest Wear OS watch. Everything else is going to work absolutely fine. Google Maps, all Google services will be on board, baked in. It's a Google framework baked in. They just don't have the functionality of Android Auto because it's a Chinese version. So everything's going to work just fine. And of course, you know the benefit to importing a Chinese ROM is price. If the Mix Fold 4 was released globally, it would be along the same lines of pricing as the Vivo X Fold 3 Pro and the Honor Magic V2. And for those that don't know, the RRP on those devices is between £1,500 and £1,700. That's $2,000. The Mix Fold 4 will be on the Average Dad Tech Store, and I'll have official pricing very soon, but it's going to be, for the half terabyte version, roughly £1,200. And with that 4% pre-order discount, that's another £50 off. So for £1,150, you can get the brand new Mix Fold 4 from the Average Dad Tech Store, and it will be available in other stores, but I'll make sure I'm the cheapest. What you also want to know is when. When can you pre-order? When's it going to be out? Well, the keynote is approximately 3 weeks from today. The 10th of July will be the presentation, roughly, and then a week later will be pre-orders with phones shipping the following week. So as I sit here on the 17th or 16th of June, we are 5 weeks away, almost to the day where you will have a Mix Fold 4 in your hand, and it would be really sweet if you had it in your hand delivered from me. So, another thing I want to touch on, along with the keynote to launch the Mix Fold 4, there will be a new venture for Xiaomi. It's a flip phone. I don't care too much on them. You probably don't, hence why I've kept it to the very end of the video where basically nobody's watching. And if you are here, type tripod in the comments. I'm looking at a tripod. Just type tripod to show me that you still watch, even to the bitter end. The flip phone will be a Xiaomi Mix Flip. That's what they're calling it. It's going to cost about £850, and it's also only going to be a Chinese version. I guess the one cool thing about it is going to be pretty much a full screen on the outside, and it's also going to have the same 2x optical telephoto on the cameras rather than the usual flips that get a wide and an ultra wide. Xiaomi are going for the wide 50 megapixel and the 2x optical 50 megapixel. So that's pretty cool. Listen, I'll get it, I'll review it, I'll sell it. I ain't keeping it. We all know that. So hopefully you've enjoyed this update. Key things to note. Within 5 weeks, you'll have it in your hand. Order from me, I'll make sure I'm the cheapest and then still give you 4% off if you pre-order. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. It will not be global. Before you ask, it will not be global. It will not be global. Until next time.